The Square Ball Podcast.
Play the sting.
The Square Ball Podcast.
Oh, it's as slick as it ever is on the podcast, isn't it? Thank you so much for having us, and thank you for making this possible, because without you, it wouldn't be. If nobody listened, if nobody watched, if nobody subscribed, it wouldn't be here today. And the number of times, and I've spoken to a number of you in the audience as well and said this, it all just feels faintly silly, doesn't it? The fact that we can come to New Orleans and experience this, I think. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Say to get out of the house, yeah.
Yeah, we need a reason.
I was going to
say
say.
work thing. I'm fine to go away for a few days.
Yeah, because you are all incredibly nice, and obviously we are British and very emotionally repressed. Struggle with kindness, that kind of thing. And thank you as well for making all these journeys yourself, because we were kind of martyring ourselves. And maybe we are heroes, I don't know.
Some would say.
For getting on a plane and sitting down for 9 hours. But you have also made long journeys, some of you, from all corners of this country. So thank you very much. And I want to know, how many of you, just by show of hands, how many of you have been to Leeds?
Oh.
Good. How many of you are familiar with the discount supermarket chain Aldi? It's going to be a good show, isn't it? It's going to be a good show. The first... I know it. What do you think I looked at first? I know you've got them here. I went straight to Apple Maps. Oh, there's one right by the airport. Sadly, our flight got in at 9 o'clock and it closed at 8. So the pilgrimage hasn't happened yet, but there is time when we go home on Monday. First, big thanks we want to say before we introduce Matt as well, is to say thank you to the Square Ball team as well. Chris, Dean, Eamon, Lee, Luke, Oddie and Rob, who are all back in Leeds, who do the merch, the design, the finances, the writing, the editing, appearing on the podcasts, because we get to do the kind of the public-facing bit like this, and only two of us have made this journey this time. We did open it up to everybody. Unfortunately, just family reasons meant they couldn't, but hopefully this is the platform for doing this more in future, and we'd love to come back and see you guys again. We really would. Without further ado, still trading on the wizard thing, please welcome Matt Lewis, he's flown in from Orlando to join us, and we wanted to get Matt on stage with us as well, because he regularly experiences all the same things that you do, which is it's the early morning kickoffs, albeit he's an East Coast pussy, and he's not hardcore like the West Coast, who get up in the middle of the night.
Yeah, I lived in LA for 2 years, and them 4:30s there are not fun, eh? Yeah. Do you know, I went to one of the fan fests in LA when I was living out there, and I remember one of the things that I was told by someone there, which I don't know if I can repeat this, but I'm going to anyway, is that they couldn't find any Burnley fans and they had to employ actors to mill around.
Crisis actors.
Yeah. Definitely not a problem we've got though, eh? I mean, the Leeds support over here is fantastic, and we have it in Orlando as well. And honestly, guys, you're amazing. It's so brilliant to be able to come all across different cities in America and have this kind of support. It's amazing.
I mean, we were walking from the pub earlier on, and we discussed just going straight back to the airport, didn't we? After that gut punch of a finish there in the Fulham game. But we resolved by the time we got back to our hotel, very sweaty, that actually it's almost the perfect result, isn't it, to fly 5,000 miles and then lose to a fucking 96-minute own goal. It feels very Leeds. It feels very very fitting. So Matt, you've got dyed hair. Why is that? Is this midlife crisis? Is it the Pat Bamford Eminem? Wait,
go on.
Or is it the Eminem tribute for Pat Bamford, or are you evading the law?
I have to be careful what I say here. No, it was because a few years when Pat debuted that, I was really pissed me off, because we'd been talking at the Orlando Whites that how much I fancied doing it. I was thinking about doing it, and then Pat rocks up with it. And obviously I was doing a podcast with him at the time. I said, well, I can do it now. Everyone's going to think I'm copying Pat Bamford.
Yeah.
So I couldn't do it. But now he's left. I thought, now's the time. I can finally go. I've actually had I've got a new show out like next week on Acorn. And I'm playing an 80s priest And when you've got the hair of an 80s priest for 3 months of the year, when you finally rap, you want to do something different.
I'm not happy with people pushing things on this podcast, by the way.
No. Speaking of which, this show will be going out to everybody. We are recording it. We've got cameras. We're capturing the audio as well. So obviously, this show is brought to you by Levi Solicitors, who don't operate in the United States.
But still.
You have barristers and lawyers.
Don't boo them.
Yeah, we really like them. They keep this whole shit show on the road, don't they?
Can anyone help me? That's one of them, conveyancing. Probate, good. Wills is a great shout.
And let's do them in order. Wills, probate, conveyancing. There we go. And we say thank you to Levi's for their continued support.
They're currently doing conveyancing on my house in England.
Is that right?
Right now.
Wow.
Hang on,
brilliant.
Are you paying full price for that? Can I just
No, I got a discount from...
off your legal fees?
Yes.
About 10%. Yeah.
Riff, give or take.
LeviSolicitors.co.uk/the square ball. We've done the, and that's how good this read is, from week to week. People think that Michael has a script in front of him, and he does. It's just shit.
I do sometimes open their website because I forget. I genuinely forget some of the stuff.
We do about 250 shows a year, and they're on about 150 of them or more, and you still forget.
Mind you, I had to do a Huel read the other week, and that was really painful.
Yeah, Huel. Do they have Huel in the States? Yeah. We did that in the US. I think we are under US jurisdiction, even though this goes out around the world, which means we are protected by First Amendment freedoms. And therefore, what do you want to say, Michael Normanton, about today's referee, Craig Pawson?
First Amendment rights do not apply to foreign citizens, just FYI.
Yes, Michael Normanton of Pontefract.
In that case, I think he did a good job.
Yep.
I was glad he chose not to book any of their players for the shirt pull that he deemed fit to book Stack for very early on, and he was very fair with it.
Yeah. I agree. So getting here, it's the first time we've experienced New Orleans. I mean, what a city. Fucking hell. If any of you are familiar with Blackpool in the UK, it's nearly as good as that. If you're not, just spend some time on YouTube
And don't go.
And for God's sake, don't go. So our journey here started at 2 a.m. equivalent time of, so 8 a.m. on Thursday in Manchester. Exactly. 9-hour flight to Atlanta, 3-hour layover that turned into 4. We had a delay, didn't we, on the flight? It wasn't anything about getting into the country. We had no problems with that.
Sailed through.
Even though you had a kilogram of cocaine up your arse.
It was more my WhatsApp I was worried they were going to check.
Sorry.
I was going to eat my phone if they asked for it.
We're in the United States, so it's 2.2 pounds of cocaine up your ass, as it is. We were honoured to see Stuart Dallas was on our flights, the same flights out. I mean, what a guy Stuart Dallas is, by the way. And we thought, we can make a new friend.
It was weird today, stood in a pub, me and Stewie just chatting about the football,
Yep.
2 sportsmen.
Yep.
Just exchanging opinions. I think he liked what I had to say.
I will say you are both you're very streamlined, but in different ways.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not entirely sure what you mean.
Very efficient, but yeah, we landed into New Orleans Thursday at 9 o'clock, which was like 3 a.m. UK time. So it was a wild day. It was a long day of transit, and I need to say a massive thank you to Eric, who, if anybody has been listening to the members show, we may have implied that Eric was a sex person or a murderer. Turns out he wasn't, because we're here to tell you the story. Eric picked us up straight from the airport. He was waiting for us with a big smile.
Did you not get the sex?
You what, sorry?
No, man. No, I did. It doesn't matter.
I mean, there's time yet, Michael.
Okay.
When in Rome and all that, when in Rome. And Eric took us straight from the airport for some beers and a po' boy on Thursday night, didn't he? Which was great. We were dead on our feet.
Which it turns out is a sandwich.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
You're furious about this, aren't you? The rebranding of sandwiches.
Sorry, on the menu I was like, I don't know. I'll have one, but...
Well, Matt, you're a Florida resident. Have you ever tried alligator? Because we tried alligator with Eric on
Yeah, of course, many times. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good, isn't it?
How'd you find it? Tastes like
Chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
sort of chicken and pork. What did you make of it?
Same, yeah, chicken and pork.
So we tried that. We tried to stay up as late as possible on Thursday to adjust our body clocks to the time zone, and we actually made it to midnight, wasn't it? And then we went and curled up in a ball and cried, just hugging, just silently weeping. When we...
I've just seen their hotel room, by the way.
Oh yeah.
I can only describe it as Michael's little grief hole. He's taken. Is it? What is it?
Right, it was a sofa bed. But as people will know, I've got a bad back. And the sofa bed, when it pulled out, was like that. So I was like, it's quite a thin mattress. So I was like, I'll just put that on the floor. But now it just looks really sad.
You described it as being like a hammock, didn't you, when you were sleeping on the sofa bed?
But now it just looks really tragic.
He's just sleeping on the
And as you said to me, the mattress on the floor is not even straight. It just looks like it's thrown there.
And he's got my dirty pants by the side.
He's hung his pants and his socks up on a washing line over it, like Steptoe and Son.
He's brought little washing sheets and washed his clothes.
I think he's only brought one set.
And this is all because
I'm not wearing any now. Sorry, on the front row.
If you're a regular to the show, you will know that you'll know Michael is a very tight-fisted man. Exactly how much? As we say in Yorkshire, would not permit me to check a bag on because that was about, I think, £60 in each direction. So we're talking $80, $90, something like that.
Wouldn't let you pay for seats.
No, wouldn't let me pay for seats. So it was a bun fight when the check-in opened. Thankfully, got us two together.
It's a shame.
We flew over on Virgin, but yeah, New Orleans is great. I mean, what is your general assessment as a Yorkshireman of New Orleans? A Yorkshireman who doesn't like paying for things.
Well, I've not really had to pay for much so far, so I'm really liking it.
Yeah, so when he's saying no to the beers, yeah, I'm not having it. Go on then.
It killed me a bit this morning because I was trying not to drink really with this in mind, so I only had a couple. But this will be over soon,
mate. You heroically you stayed up till midnight last night in the Avenue and had a mere 7 pints just to take the edge off this morning. So
I think 4 was the limit, wasn't it, before we went out?
Yeah. But turned into 7 for you. So we had drinks at the Avenue last night, and we met so many of you, and you're so kind as well. We are going to the NFL at the Superdome on Sunday. Michael, if you could just briefly explain American football to our US-based audience.
Oh, so much. Where do I start?
I mean, you are an expert. You're a coaching expert at soccer football. Yeah. So
you get all the big lads on, and then you try and move the ball forward.
How far?
Oh, as far as you can, but
just throw it really hard.
Ideally, all the way to the end.
Right, the end zone. Yeah.
And then get a big old try.
Yeah.
In between all the plays, they run around shouting at each other and like chest bumping and stuff. I've seen that.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, good. Reflections on today so far. I mean, we'll talk about the game as well because we were kind of hoping, and 0-0 would have framed the entire thing differently, as Stuart Dallas said. But yeah, the 9 o'clock kickoff is that's an experience, isn't it? To find yourself with a breakfast Guinness. All of you are insane. Like, I mean, you know, we bitch and moan about like the lunchtime kickoffs on Saturday and a Sunday. Oh, I've got to get out of bed at like 8 or 9, and
I live half an hour away from the ground. Yeah. What a pain.
Yeah. So we honestly do appreciate what you do all the time because it's opened our eyes to how other Leeds fans experience it. It's been great getting to know so many of you as well personally, and just telling your stories about how you got into Leeds as well, because I think we find it infinitely fascinating that I live like 10 miles away from the stadium, and I was just indoctrinated by my dad about 70% of the way, and then he left. He didn't leave. So that's our reason. It's family. It's proximity. You know, you're from Leeds as well, Matt, and you keep a house in Horsforth. So amazing that you've chosen this club and why. And I think it was interesting hearing what Stuart Dallas had to say about how it feels quite unique. It feels a bit like a cult. Are you a cult member? Are we proud? Yeah, I think so. But yeah, to the match itself. I mean, what's your analysis of it? We can do a little mini match ball, I suppose.
It's annoying, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I thought overall I was pretty pleased. I was happy it was heading towards a 0-0 because I think that's what the game deserved, probably. Not an awful lot in it for either team, was there?
No.
Cal Dowler made a couple of good saves, and that was about it.
Yeah, like Stewie said, we would have been talking about various positives right now. If, we've been talking about Carl Darlow's going to be okay for the next few weeks. We'd have been talking about Goodmanson playing well, Bogle playing well. And then as it is, the goal is the elephant in the room.
Good header, though.
Yeah, what did you say?
In a really good goal.
Placed it wonderfully. But I guess what I worry about, in spite of all those positives, it just highlights the glaring issue that we've got, is that if you can't score goals, you leave yourself open to sucker punches or freak own goals like that.
Yeah. I do think that's kind of the plan, though. We get late in games, still in it, and it goes either way, doesn't it, at that point?
Yeah.
So.
To still be in the game is the good thing. The problem is it can go against you. And when it goes against you like that, we didn't even get a chance to try again, did we, to attack it?
On the more positives, I thought Calvert-Lewin and Okafor looked both pretty decent in parts. There was a nice Okafor, actually, the one where he knocked it down and Longstaff sort of grazed the bar, didn't he? That was a nice.
Longstaff's was great. It was good in midfield again.
Midfield looks a bit destructive and not very creative.
That's true enough.
The only criticism of it, but. Maybe it'll get Tanaka's to come back, isn't he? So that'll make a big difference.
I mean, the big fear is where the goal's going to come from. And yeah, I share it a bit, but I also appreciate the method and the reasoning for attempting to do the grind to grind stuff out, staying in games.
Do you think a game like today could have done with that bit of magic from some player, and also in light of DJ's probable injury, the Ramazani loan out now looks a little bit unwise?
Yeah, it seemed there was I think Jack Harrison, until he does something, he's always going to be met with kind of a little bit of universal, it's Jack Harrison, and not something more positive. Though people just want the not Jack Harrison, don't they, at the moment?
Yeah, I feel like it was a mistake. I felt it was a mistake at the time, probably, to let Ramazani go, and I still do. But we are where we are with it. We still do have decent options out wide, I think. Like Nonto is a good sub. Dan James was until he broke himself today. But yeah, I think Prague acknowledged they did try to get someone else in, but just not very well. And
I thought against Newcastle, for the short time that they were playing, Harrison and Calvert-Lewin looked like they'd played together before. And obviously we didn't really get a chance to see that today because they switched times. But I want to see them both on the field at the same time and see if that can generate something.
We obviously saw Muniz and Harry Wilson, who've been in our orbit this summer quite a lot. First of all, Muniz, when you stack him up against Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who didn't cost us anything, but obviously be costing us quite a lot in wages, what did you make of the two respective performances? Do you think like Dominic Calvert-Lewin, based on the evidence today, is more justifiable, or would you like to see us spend some money on a striker?
I thought Calvert-Lewin was just as good as him today, but then neither of them really had a chance, did they?
Right.
I think, actually Calvert-Lewin had that header, didn't he, which was a little bit weak when we had a corner and then Aaronson put one back in. Mm-hmm. But they were both feeding off scraps, really, weren't they?
Yeah.
And Muniz annoyed me a few times by falling over.
He was good at trying to buy free kicks, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think there was one where he was fouled on the edge of the box and then Harry Wilson stepped up and it was like, oh,
that's the story.
This is the thing.
Yeah.
But then that was the really good save, wasn't it? So.
Yeah, and that is one thing that I would have liked to, that would have been very valuable, I think, is the set pieces. Yeah. Is Wilson's set pieces would have come in really, really useful. I mean, we saw today, he had one that he spooned out for a goal kick, but beyond that, the rest were decent, and we could have done with that.
Was it disappointing that Harry Wilson tried against us?
Do you think you should not celebrate against teams that almost signed you? Is that kind of a thing?
He should have been more gracious.
Yeah, no, I agree. Should have phoned in sick.
Yeah. Down tools.
It's weird that they nearly sold him and then he was playing.
Yeah.
Although, mind you, I don't think they did nearly sell him, did they? I think that was just us pretending that we were still doing something late in the window.
I mean, we heard from Parag a little bit earlier on. What did you make of what he had to say? And
lies.
I mean, I think this is the thing. It feels to us, and you'll probably know better than we do about the 49ers as an ownership group and their perception in the States. It feels like they're kind of inherently very sensible and safe. And because we've been raised on danger and fear, it's a bit like oil and water mixing, isn't it? when you see sensible people. Yeah,
I mean, I'm glad that we didn't just make a panic buy, which, the people talk about Gus Hamer and a couple of other names that were thrown around. And I guess I'm glad that we're not just trying to bring someone in for the sake of it to appease the swivel-eyed kind of fan base that they were perceived as, like your JKAs or whatever. So it's good that we've got that sensibility, but again, it's I don't want to be too pragmatic either, because I'm a passionate fan that's annoyed that we didn't bring someone in. So it's kind of like treading that line. But he's very good, isn't he, Parag?
Yeah.
He's very good. Talks well.
Yeah. No, I think he does. but
is he still here? Just by the way, no.
I think the thing is with the 49ers, they clearly are in it as a business, and they're going to make money off us. Yeah. I suppose that we've had over the years owners who have wanted to make money out of us, but the way they've done that isn't by growing the club or making it successful. It's by extracting money out of the people who are already there and already upset about it.
You mean Ken Bates?
I do, yeah.
Can we hear from him?
Please.
I need a wetter mouth.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know if you're familiar with this. And there was a guy I was chatting to in the pub last night. And are you here, Brendan, by the way? Brendan, are you here?
No. Oh, you imagined him?
No, I did. Maybe I did. But Brendan I think he was accompanying somebody who's here at the event, but he's not a Leeds fan and doesn't sort of know anybody. And I don't even know if he's a soccer fan. He was here because his mate was here, like spare ticket. And I thought, this hour's not going to make much sense to you.
And he's not here, so perfect.
And I was just thinking of him. If you were to do the Ken Bates now, how you would then explain it to Brendan?
Yeah, Ken Bates, still alive. Mm-hmm. It's maybe the most surprising thing to have to explain about Ken Bates, because he's 94, 3, something like that. Yeah. But he's looked kind of on the way out for 20 years, hasn't he? And he.
And Michael, you saw a video of him relatively recently, and how do I put this? Bearing in mind this has been recorded.
Is he still keen for his litigation? If it was said abroad, probably still is.
Yeah, he looked old.
He did.
Very old, yeah.
And he sounded old too, but I miss his... Walks away the overall car. We were talking about the Chinese and things like that.
Yeah.
But no, I suppose to go back to where we started on the 49ers stuff, like they make money out of us being good and selling us on at some point. It was funny to hear.
You've killed
It's
Matt,
my favourite. I love it. It's my favourite of all the impressions.
I mean, this is what wherever we go, whenever we do a show, we try and talk about things, so we put quizzes together, and then people just want to hear Michael doing stupid voices.
Yeah, we've got some Daniel coming up later on, haven't we? I heard.
Oh, I hope so.
No.
Well, we're going to get Daniel Farke's assessment on Bourbon Street.
Oh, God. Are we?
give the people what they want.
Okay.
So let's sensibly talk about ownership for a couple of minutes, and then we'll do...
Okay. So they'll make money off us at some point. It's funny. It's interesting to hear him talking about being in the Premier League longer, because then you can basically lose more money every year. And it seems weird as a business, doesn't it? To go, it'd be great because if we stay up, we can chuck 100 million down the pan next year rather than just 85 or whatever. And
but you don't want to spend any money on anything.
Yeah, I'm wary as well that I'm in America, and my views on football club ownership probably drift towards the communist. So I'll.
Which is great in the World War II Museum as well.
Oh, exactly, yeah.
Wearing a shirt with a Japanese logo on felt like a bit of a stretch, given everything. That said, we noticed that this morning as we were walking up to go to the pub, and he was like, "Oh, do you think I'll be all right?" I said, "Of course you will." And then, no word of a lie, by the museum, somebody walked past in a Germany shirt. I was like, "Yeah, you'll be fine, mate."
At least the communists were on our side.
It's true.
Where were we? Sorry, I was thinking about war again.
Yeah, just the 49ers, I feel like overall they will put us in a good direction and probably at some point sell us on for an enormous profit, which, I mean...
That's not part of the Venn... There's the Venn diagram, isn't there, of their interests and our interests as fans, I think, and it overlaps for the most part because you want a successful football team, you want to climb the Premier League, and then you're not interested in the selling at the end for huge profit.
Well, no, we don't get to keep any of that.
No.
Maybe if they cut us in, we'd be interested.
In terms of the so-called 5-year plan that was allegedly put out there, I mean, are we concerned about RB?
Yeah. As long as they're there, I'll be worried about them.
Right.
Just because you can't really trust them.
Yeah.
And even if they can't rebrand us now, if they could, they would.
Do we think that's the end goal, that it's them that's...
It's hard to say.
If you employ like Occam's razor, it's the most obvious outcome, isn't it?
I mean, Parag has said previously it's not even been discussed, Like it's never been part of them buying the shares. It's not something they've even got any kind of contractual stuff in place for in the future, and we'd never even thought about it. And if they've not thought about it or talked about it, then I think they're stupid. And I don't think they're stupid.
Negligent.
And I don't think they're stupid. So I'm sure it has been discussed at some point, probably.
And if Parag and the 49ers do sell up and then sell out to Red Bull, and they don't really have to ask him, do they, anymore?
True. Yes.
Right.
Kind of do what they want.
Yeah. So,
Sorry, I was going to say, does Red Bull lead us back into Bourbon Street yet? Have we done the football? Because we don't really know much about football, do we?
no.
Don't look at me.
Don't look at me. To go back to the NOLA adventures, we went for coffee and beignets, didn't we? At Café du Monde, which was great. It's the very tourist thing to do. Has anybody done that? You've done the full tourist bit, yeah. And it's great. Not sure about the coffee.
It was all right.
Yeah,
it was fine, wasn't it?
Could feel the beignets furring the arteries as we kind of sat there, and there's a man tipping more and more powdered sugar into the bag.
What was up with the coffee?
It was bitter. I think the chicory root they put in it. Yeah, it's quite bitter.
I didn't think it was. I didn't think it was
my delicate
bitter.
palate.
He has a load of sugar in it and stuff.
I don't.
He's a beast.
Oh yeah, no.
Whereas I'm a man of culture.
Was it like in a carafe, like when they come round and they pour it in? Like
No, it was into a polystyrene cup.
Actually, are you tipping people, Michael? I just wanted to.
Yeah.
You are. Okay.
Not happily so. But
I just wanted to clarify that might have been why the coffee was so bad. But okay.
Yeah.
What kind of percentage are we talking?
What's the minimum amount I could get away with? Yeah.
I can't remember what we did. Was it like, did we give him, was it a $3 tip, I think, for the coffees?
Yeah.
Is that all right?
How much was it? Well, we need to know how much the coffees were.
It came out at $17. So we just handed him
Like
20.
That's nearly 20%.
Is that all right?
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, you're fine.
Excuse me. Don't you applaud Normanton for doing what he should be doing? That $20, you'll be carrying my money around because you've got a special pocket that secures. It was my $20 that went to the coffees, not yours.
I should have given him 25.
Yeah, but we were sat at the very edge of the terrace, weren't we? And there was a jazz band was playing next to us, which was incredible. And we met Jane as well, who's come here from Nashville, who drove down to see us. We had a nice time in the sunshine.
It was very awkward being British in that situation as well, because the guy kept coming over and like singing at us. Yeah. I don't think we knew what to do, and we were just like,
looking away from him and self-loathing.
Yeah, coming over. I've never been tromboned so early in the morning.
No,
but it was. He came right over, didn't he?
It was right in your face. I saw that trombone in firsthand. If you're not familiar with that,
it's New Orleans.
Tipped him for that. Yeah. Then look up on UrbanDictionary.com. But it was very, very hot, wasn't it? I think it's probably too hot here in NOLA for.
He's got trousers on.
I know, but he lives in Florida.
Yeah, this is cool. This is quite nice breezy weather.
But we've sweated a lot, like unlike Prince Andrew.
Indeed, yes.
Yeah, who? What?
Release the list.
This is a republic. What are you talking about? But yeah, what have you made of the temperatures as well?
It's a bit much for me.
Your poor head.
Yeah, I didn't put sun cream on this morning either. I was having to cross the road to stay in shade. So I was like,
it's not built for pasty Yorkshiremen like us, is it? Who prefer like cold and.
Do you think when you were jaywalking earlier that would have been an excuse for the officer? my head is burning, officer. I need to get in the shade.
But yeah, Michael actually made us walk 5 miles yesterday in 32 degrees to us, 90 degrees in the States, heat. And the reason for that is it's free.
It's a nice, fun activity.
Should we go to the museum? No. Why?
You can look at it from the outside.
Yeah. The riverboat? No. $60.
You can look at it.
Yeah. I did look at all those things and wished I could go on it. Yeah.
Well, I went out again for more walking later on while you came back and found you snoring face down.
But yeah, we had a walk around the French Quarter, and we experienced the shoe shine hustle, didn't we? Which was good. But I've got like mesh sneakers trainers on, and I immediately said no, you're not doing that because it's gonna leak through and make my toes soggy. You had trail runners on, and I swear you were nearly off.
I knew it was coming. I'd seen it on YouTube. People had said, do not let them put anything on your shoes. So.
And yeah, we experienced bourbon. Would we go for bourbon or bourbon? Bourbon Street.
Bourbon biscuits.
Yeah.
It's named after.
Like the biscuits. And just had a little glimpse of that. It was sort of lunchtime, wasn't it, when we did bourbon? And
are we going tonight?
Yes.
Yeah? Good.
Yeah, I was going to say we deliberately held back, haven't we, a little bit today because we were... Sorry?
I'll talk to him afterwards. Yeah. I don't know.
I think they may be sex people as well. I don't know. Wait, New Orleans is terrifying.
Some more tromboning, I'm sure.
But so
Not good in the hot weather.
Michael,
Sorry.
the Bourbon Street, just getting a glimpse into all the sort of bars and the clubs that maybe never shut on a daytime. I don't know. Some of them must be open 24 hours, and just it's very loud, wasn't it?
Yeah, and a sort of smell of like weed and bleach.
Yeah,
It's good. I liked it.
That's what your hotel smells like.
Yeah. I feel like New Orleans needs bleach, just to cleanse away all this sin, the sin. But is it Clorox?
Close. That's stuff that's good for COVID.
Yeah. No, you promised. You promised. You promised not to. So bourbon, long run up. What would Daniel Farke make of bourbon? Sort of party districts.
Well, I have beads hanging all over me and out of me. Of course. Yeah, it's going up to the little one, have a little walk down and see who else is about. Hope to see some of you there.
Right.
Yeah, sorry about the beads. I feel bad. I don't like the Farke thing anymore. When he was Norwich manager, I felt far more comfortable with it. And when we sack him in a few weeks, I'll feel comfortable again.
Poor Daniel.
We'll keep him. I think he's adapted this year. I think a lot of people were maybe saying he wouldn't be able to change his methods for the Premier League and we'd concede loads of goals. But actually, we've looked pretty tight, haven't we?
And we look tight, and we've been grinding.
Indeed, apart from against Arsenal. But,
how do you think he'd get that message across in the dressing room?
I think he'd do it. WhatsApp him.
Right.
Some instructions.
Like Stuart Dallas was saying.
Yeah, that kind of.
Some videos of
that kind of a thing
of grinding and tightness. In the finest tradition of Leeds United, because when things go bad, we just laugh at other people, which is exactly what propaganda is all about, the show that we do, laughing at other clubs. Sheffield United.
That was good.
Yeah. Anybody else we want to laugh at? Who had a bad day today?
West Ham.
Yeah.
What did that finish?
3-0.
3-0. He might
Forest.
Yep.
Is Stuart Dallas still coming off at Rangers?
Yep.
Yeah, so actually, with that, we didn't mention that on the 49ers ownership. I'm not sure the Rangers thing's going brilliantly for them at this stage.
It's hard not to see what's going on there and think that Russell Martin's a bit of a dick.
Yeah, he was. I don't think he was ever the right man for it. Really.
Yeah, and it doesn't feel fair that he sort of had Farke's number 3 times.
Yeah.
In the playoff season.
He's great value in his press conferences though, when it's not going well.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun to watch him have a meltdown.
Yeah, I did briefly have on a watch along of the Sheffield United game as it was going 4-5-0, and they were kind of at peace with it, which was a bit of a shame. I wanted a bit more wailing, but they were like, oh.
When you want a manager out, though, it does get to a point where you start wishing ill on the team just so you can accelerate the process and get on to the next thing.
The next thing's only going to be Wilder again, and then it'll be someone else, then Wilder, someone else, maybe Warnock for one last go.
Yeah, one last go, Sharon.
Yeah.
Yeah. And all that. So should we do some questions? Because we did ask Chris when he was sending the emails around. By the way, do you know that Chris was the mascot at the Coca-Cola Cup final in 1996 when we lost to Villa? So
a great haircut.
Yeah, if you want somebody to demonise for our cup failures, he stood at the side of the room there. But yeah, do go back if you could bear to find the video on YouTube to look at Chris's haircut and general demeanour.
Who do you blame for the hair? Your mum. Okay. Yeah. Hey, shit. Oh, no, don't get into mums.
But yeah, so I was just going to say, Chris asked if there were any questions. So I've got a bunch here that we've kind of we've put together, and should we open it up? We could open it up, can't we? We've got
we're not cowards.
A roaming mic. Yeah, we'll take questions from the audience.
Live from the audience.
Unlike some of today's guests.
In fairness, Prague would have answered him well because he's kind of good.
He's very slick operator, isn't he?
Yeah.
So has anybody got a question you'd like to direct at us? There is a roving mic. Are we okay to rove with it, or do you want to come up? Have people come up? Yep. Just wait 1 second. Just we'll get them.
A man in a whole shirt.
Test.
What?
Before you start booing him, think how bad his life is that he feels the need to come to a Leeds United event, you know? No doubt from Hull and a Hull fan.
Okay. All right, you can hear me. All right, so I make because my mate Neil is a Leeds fan. Obviously, I'm a Hull fan.
Bless you.
And I forgot my bloody question.
Is it about Lynn Gellart, Joffrey's mum? Because Michael can deal with that.
What the hell was I going to say?
I tell you, if you've forgotten it, have a think back. It'll come back to you. We'll come back to you. Yeah. Anybody else? Stick your hand up and we'll come to you. Oh, he's remembered.
He's back. He's back.
All right. So, I've lived in America now for 35 years.
Can I just ask, are you from Hull originally?
Yes, I am a Hull boy. Take no notice. So, I've got business colleagues, and I'll take them to Scotland on business, and they call it Edinburgh.
Okay.
I'm like, what are you talking about? It's Edinburgh. So I want to tell you three boys.
Yep.
It's not New Orleans.
It's New Orleans, I know.
New Orleans.
It's Norlands.
Yeah.
Norlands.
Like, it goes from 3 syllables to 1, doesn't it? Yeah.
Norlands.
Norlands.
I can't believe someone from Hull is lecturing us on pronunciation.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say, if you're not familiar with the Hull accent, they describe a can of Coke is a
can of Kirk.
A can of Kirk.
And a tiger is a targa. 5 rather than 5. It's a very strange place.
And Adidas is Adidas over here.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, some disagreement.
Yeah. I think we've discredited him because he's from Hull. It's fine.
Yeah,
Come on,
it's
next.
fine. It's
Who's
fine.
next?
All right, so I'm Julie from New York Whites.
Hi, Julie.
In your opinion, when we talk about Bamford, we all heard his goodbye message, and it was very heartrending, and it sounds like it wasn't a good split. But do we think with the transfers that we should have kept him?
It's a tough one, isn't it? I don't know. I mean, what do you think? It just feels like sometimes it's time to bring a thing to an end, just to start moving the story forward, and that's possibly where I think Pat was. That's not a reflection of his abilities or the players that we've brought in. It's just sometimes clubs need to move on. It's kind of my position on it.
Yeah, I feel like it was probably overdue, but at the same time, he was such a big part of all the Bielsa thing, and like hearing Stuart Dallas talk about it all today. It's kind of hard to move on from it, isn't it, in a way? So you want to keep a bit of it around, even though I think he was not really going to play. He's expensive, although we paid him off anyway, I think. So it still cost us a bit. So I suppose when you look at that, you think maybe keep him around. But I think he wanted to play was part of the thing, and he was going to be 3rd, 4th choice. And so maybe it's best for everyone, even if the circumstances were not great of it.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know on paper the ins and outs of the wage and the payoff and whether that allowed us to bring someone else in. Because obviously he must have been on a fair wedge from his Premier League contract. So without knowing the economics of it, it's hard to say truthfully. But in light of not bringing really anyone else in those last 2 weeks, would it have been the worst thing in the world to just have him on the boat if he was happy doing that? And obviously he bulked up. He'd been in the gym. He was looking forward to having another go at the Premier League. It would have been interesting at least to have seen it. Would it have worked? I don't know, but you know,
it's hard to know where he's going to end up, isn't it? At what level? I mean, I think pretty confident that he's going to end up back at Premier League level, but it could be Championship. It could be in the States. It could be anywhere, couldn't it? It's quite hard to predict, I think.
And would a player in that position with a contract even have entertained the idea of a pay cut? Probably not. I mean, no.
I mean, why would you? I mean,
Yeah.
Elliott's still there, for example. isn't he?
Yeah.
I would have advised him not to take a pay cut.
Naturally.
I mean, I hope that answers it. Yeah, I think it probably just feels like time to move on, and I wish him every success in his next move. And I know that he never had the easiest relationship at times with Leeds fans, but he was part of something huge, which is the same for Stuart Dallas as well. Like, it's as I've got older, I think I started to realise, and this is going to be a bit of a Jesseism, but to celebrate moments, you've got to latch onto the moments that happen when they happen, like the promotion, like the parade. We were lucky enough to be there in Leeds. it was a great memory, and that's ultimately what football's about, isn't it? Looking back on things and saying, that was a nice thing, and he was a part of a nice thing, and I just wish him well, because he seems like quite a thoughtful guy, quite atypical of a footballer as well.
And listening to your show about Pat, what was quite nice was that I feel like, when it happens at the time, like the miss against Leicester and the missed penalty against Newcastle, like it's all you can think about. It's all consuming. And I was kind of worried that was going to tarnish my memory of his time at Leeds. But actually, after listening to your show, it's all done, isn't it? And I remember that season of him scoring the 17 goals in the Premier League far more than I do about those misfires.
Yeah. And actually, the final point of that is I actually felt quite sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get frustrated with them and think it's time to move on, but I was sad because a thing had come to an end, and I'm quite sentimental with stuff like that. But I hope that answers the question. Do you want to do another one from, was it this side? There we go. Let's get the mic over.
There's rubbing of hands with this.
Hello. So you've seen me too many times today, but anyway, so I'm Matt Moran. I run the upstate New York Leeds United thing up near Buffalo, Rochester, and all that stuff. And I love it, man. I listen to you guys at work almost, every other day. The best thing I ever hear is Championship Grizzled bastards, right? Do we have any Premiership Grizzled bastards in our squad right now? And Michael, I'm going to ask you because I hear you say it mostly.
I mean, Calvert-Lewin is probably as near as we've got, but he's very handsome. So I don't think he's grizzled enough for my liking.
Longstaff's got to be, right?
Oh, Longstaff is actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know about the rest of them. Are they all a bit? I mean, Joe Rodon's got it looks constantly like he's just bumped his head on something, doesn't he? And he's got a confused face, and he's always got like a red nose, and he looks quite grizzled.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know about it.
And I think as well, because like the Premier League, everything is moving towards like 4K, ultra high definition, and everybody's now looking sort of polished for very, very high resolution TV, which is why we look like we are.
Oh, Stewie looked good today, didn't he?
Yeah, he does.
He's a beautiful man.
Oh.
Yeah.
He looks better as he gets older as well.
Aging like a fine wine.
Like you, mate.
Thank you.
Are you welcome? Next one.
Excuse me, voice. I'm Dave from Alabama Whites, and this question's for Matt.
Oh, God.
When you mentioned the fan fest out in LA,
Yeah.
you're on about they hired the actors for the Burnley fans. Where the fuck did they find people with 6 fingers and webbed feet?
Our new show with Dave starts next week.
I think they used the creature effects department from my last job. All the old goblin masks, they used all them.
One of the charity walks that we've done went back through Burnley. We had a night there, didn't we? And that was special.
Oh, aye.
Yeah, because I did it as a practice as well, and I went for a pint in the Sean Dyche, the Royal Dyche, and it was the worst tasting pint I've ever had in my life. But I just didn't say anything because it didn't strike me as that kind of a place where you go, excuse me, I think this is off.
Yeah, in the land of great customer service, where where nothing's too much trouble, the customer is always right.
They do just glass me.
Yeah.
On that, that was the worst of the 4 stops, wasn't it? Burnley.
Yeah,
Bolton wasn't great. But
yeah, Burnley was the worst.
Burnley's the worst. Yeah. But Michael, you love like a working men's club,
I do. Yeah.
And anywhere that we probably put this 100-person walk together on a budget of about 50 quid. Because you find the cheapest hotels and pubs. Like, I'm going to Wetherspoons.
I'm trying to make it accessible. Yeah. That's all it is.
Yeah.
And admittedly, sometimes it's disgusting. But what can you do?
The Royal Dyche is the pub next to Turf Moor, isn't it? And I think they experimented with calling it the Royal Company for a bit, and then changed the name back because Sean Dyche just is Burnley, isn't it?
Could be our next manager.
Oh, you were saying that in the pub last night. I thought it was just the beer talking, but surely you've got to be sober now. Oh, dear Lord. But I was just going to say, I did the route back from, I walked from Burnley train station back to Hebden Bridge, which was part of the walk that we did in 2 more different towns you could not possibly imagine at each end of that. But I walked past the Royal Dyche, and there was like a sandwich board outside, like a notice board with the upcoming fixtures on it. And I realised afterwards that they were about to play Blackburn, who are, if you know the geography of the area, Blackburn and Burnley are near neighbours and rivals. It's only 20 or 30 miles apart, isn't it? But on the sandwich board outside the pub, it just said, Saturday, 12:30, Burnley versus Bastards. just killed me. And I looked at my phone, yes. That makes sense.
Do you guys have more plans for walks, like maybe at some point?
Feels like it's done, doesn't it?
A bit tired.
Yeah.
I'm a bit tired.
I mean, I've ended up in the...
Dan's not finished any of them.
No, I did.
He can't do it. He's not an athlete.
I ended up back in the hospital with problem toes, and
degloved.
I degloved my toes, which is every bit as sexy as it sounds. Yeah, and got infected blisters.
It was horrific.
Yeah. And I did that. It was the first year that I did that when I did complete it, and then the second year when I didn't, I just I know where this is going. If I carry on, it's just going to make everything worse. And I phoned up the what is it called, the drop-in centre, where you just sort of phone in and say, look, I've got a problem. It was like is it urgent care? That's the one. Yeah. So I got in touch with urgent care and spoke to it was the doctor or the nurse on the end of the phone, and she said, Yes, I can see your notes already. Have you called up already? And I said, no. I said, that's the same thing last year. I've done it again. So yeah, she just laughed down the phone. There's your antibiotics. Off you go. But yeah, I think the walks are probably done now, aren't they? I don't know where else we can go because we've done them all in Gary Speed's name. Yeah. We did his first playing field in North Wales back to Ellen Road, and his mum, Carol Speed, was there to see us off, which was quite emotional. And she just can't believe that people still kind of do things in Gary's name. And she's really proud of that. That's great. Honestly, it is. I mean, we don't want to, pat ourselves on the back, but it does feel like I think that doing that stuff, the charity fundraising stuff, like for Andy's Man Club, which is an amazing charity, it probably feels more important than any of this. This is great fun, and doing the show is great fun. But from like a legacy perspective, that to me feels like more important than anything. He likes us to suffer.
You can't ask for sponsorship for something easy, can you? So it's
not from you.
It just makes it harder every time.
I will say, if they do decide to do it again, it's a hell of an experience, and I know it's a long way to go and all the rest of it, but it is really amazing. I had a fantastic. I mean, it's hell, isn't it?
I was going to say it's where we got to know each other.
Yeah.
We could set off now.
Right.
I don't know where, but just set off. Just go somewhere now.
What are you proposing, like a triathlon type thing? We'll swim back. Next question.
Hi, I'm Hannah from Los Angeles. So question. So obviously you've chatted with a lot of people here. Do you have we all answered, I think, for the most part, what got us into supporting Leeds, if maybe we talk like me or if someone with an accent is speaking. So do you have a favorite story that you've heard? And if you don't have an answer to that question, my second question is, how is Michael mentally preparing for the price of beer at the football game tomorrow?
It has been discussed on WhatsApp, believe me, Ace. How much?
I've got a series of systems for hiding booze on me. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Yeah.
I mean, I do have one story, and I'll say hi to Jake, who's in Florida, and I've kind of struck up conversations with a number of Leeds fans in the States because I am, as you sort of touch on there, fascinated by how you pick this idiotic club from so far away when you've got no reason to, really, because it's not healthy, is it? But Jake in Florida went to summer camp, for example, and you often get a lot of the camp counselors or soccer coaches will come over from the UK and essentially just try and, this is going to sound more sinister than it is, indoctrinate the children into football clubs. So you might get, and I remember Jake was saying he had a choice between kind of Sheffield Wednesday or Barnsley or Leeds or Spurs, and all the other kids were picking different clubs. And for whatever reason, the story of Leeds just appealed to him most. And that happened it was about 2005 or 6. So he timed it well. But he's stuck with us ever since. So it's the stories like that resonate for me, I think. So any particular stories that you've learned of, or like getting to like the people that you meet in the pub in Orlando, for example?
The vast majority are on holiday from England.
Yeah.
So don't really get the most amazing stories.
And is it right that you charge them to watch the game with you?
Absolutely.
Yeah, is that right?
Yeah. That's where I make my money.
That's where you make the money, yeah. You're in Disney. You used to be shafted, aren't you? What's another $50, eh?
Well, I did. I've been fortunate enough, not so much in Orlando, but I've met a bunch of Argentinians over the years. who have fallen in love with Leeds through, obviously, Marcelo. And I mean, it's not. I suppose it's not interesting because obviously it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
But that's amazing just to know that the club has managed to, and they're now like diehard fans of the club, and that's what Marcelo did for us, isn't it? To effectively put us back on the map after so many years in the wilderness.
I think what I found really impressive yesterday from talking to people was the discovering that people drive like 200 miles to a pub to watch it with like another group of 6 Leeds fans, just because they don't want to be alone for it. It's like it kind of shows what a weird, like you say, a cult it is. That it's
misery loves company.
Yeah, it is basically it's like the distance you go to an away game, but you're just going like to a pub somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, we've got no comprehension of the distances involved in the States because Newcastle is 95 miles from Leeds.
Oh, it's too far.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to do overnight for that.
Yeah.
They say the difference between the UK and the US is Americans think 100 years is a long time, and Brits think 100 miles is a long way.
Yeah. Yeah, and it is, but no, we genuinely we do it without, we're, like I say, we're British. We take the piss out of things rather than praise them. But it is phenomenal just to meet you all and hear your stories. And I think one thing I've really enjoyed is the number of kind of hybrid accents that we've found, where you get this little cut through of Leeds. Yeah. From 20 years in, whether it be New York or LA or something like that, and it sounds amazing. I kind of approach it all just with a sense of wonder that we get to do this, and we've turned it into a thing, and we are sat here in front of you, and it's just great fun, and it's silly, all of it, isn't it? Really.
And I will say thank you for introducing me to your mum.
So he could be talking to anyone there.
That's what you were scared of at the border, wasn't it? If they found the spreadsheets.
Yeah. The Lynn Gellart folder.
That's the password protected one, isn't it? That the judge told you to hand over. Just one of the questions that we got sent in ahead of time. We'll go to somebody else in a minute, but I wanted to address this because Stuart Dallas was here today. Which of Stuart Dallas's goals is your favourite and why? The Man City away one is the obvious answer, I think, but we tried to delve into the archive and find a different one, didn't we?
Yeah, I vaguely remembered a really good goal he scored in his early days, and it's a volley against Birmingham, and he just sort of tees it up with a touch, and then it's a great finish. But it's interesting actually to hear Parag saying, "Oh, we'd never have empty seats at Ellen Road." I was like, "We fucking would," because there was a lot of empty seats that day, and it was kind of the way it was at that point. So that was a nice little reminder of where the club was when Dallas first signed, I suppose. So that was a nice one to look at.
And for me, it's the Stoke one. When Pablo plays that ball, and you think he's just the 3-0. I think it was the first goal, and Pablo threads that ball through, and I think he's overhit it. Oh my god, he has
a spin on it.
Yeah, it's right. Just it's how do you describe? It's like a billiard shot almost. It's that perfect.
And with the winner against Man City, as he alluded to himself, he scored 2 that day, and because of the winner, you forget how good the first one is in off the post. Yeah. It's such a good strike. He hits it so well. I never forgot that one.
10 men, yeah. Wow. It's almost unthinkable given that we got pumped, 7-0 in the following years anyway. But, do you want to do another question from the audience?
James, Leeds United New Orleans.
Hey, James, thank you for having us. Thank you.
Great to have you here.
Thank you.
Favorite pub in Leeds? I'm a White Locks person.
Right.
So, but I also like the pubs in Headingley, so, like the old school, like Sky Rack.
Right.
And all
Different people will have different answers for this. Michael, we'll throw to you because you're looking for value.
Right.
Yeah.
Spoons in the station.
People are shouting. I can hear shouts of 3 legs, and the 3 legs. It is an experience.
Yeah.
It's if you're assessing it by any normal measure, it's absolutely terrible. But if you want people with 3 teeth doing karaoke at 11 a.m., where else are you going to go?
And then somebody walks in and will sell you some meat that's been stolen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which again is good value.
You have to get the meat raffle as well. People think if you've never been to, okay, this is real, by the way. Yeah, this is what the 3 legs. Where is it in Leeds?
It's on the hedgerow, so it's on a very main street. It's not. You'd think it'd be tucked away, but it's hidden in plain sight.
There's a bus stop right out front, so there's good transport links. You can get there really easy.
Yeah, and it's the sort of place where you might see somebody in their pajamas, and you wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. I suppose White Locks is very good. I quite like all the pubs on Briggate, like the Pack Horse and the Ship, or like the kind of old-fashioned ones.
Yeah.
In there, all tucked away.
I used to. I used to go to Leeds games with the Maverick Whites, and they always used to meet in the taps. So I used to go Scarborough Taps just outside the station, and then it's easy to get on the bus then, isn't it?
Yeah, so the
whip.
The whip. Favourite mum, Michael. Go on then.
Well, it's Lynn, isn't it? Yeah. Lynn's the original.
Lynn Gellart.
It spun a whole like subplot as the Lynn Gellart.
Yeah, and what I mean, it very much started as a joke, but I am starting to wonder now if
it's when people just tag me in a post on Twitter, and I'm like, fucking hell, this is all just evidence building again.
Yeah, but she's followed him. She's followed him now because you get tagged into everything. So she's following him. So it feels like the two things have become too close.
Yeah. I feel like she's following me to keep an eye rather than anything else.
Do I need to instruct Levi solicitors to keep you at bay? Next question. We got another one.
All right, lads. I'm John from Otley. I'm just curious. Who is your favourite Leeds player of all time and why?
Dorigo, fast. And I get to sit in a studio with him every now and then, and it's so good. It took me ages to stop fangirling over him.
This is a little peek behind the curtain, but when we've recorded, sometimes we'll stay around and have a bit of a chat with him. And once he stayed for ages and he left, we were like, is Tony Dorigo our friend? I think he's our friend. He's our friend. I might invite him around for Christmas.
I do very occasionally message him now just about football stuff. But we are working towards a Christmas invite, aren't we?
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's changed a lot over the years. Bowie was brilliant. It's maybe a complicated legacy. But most players have, in fairness. But I suppose in terms of the very first massive hero, just Yeboah, just turned up.
Yeah, he was amazing.
It was just like nothing I'd ever seen before, and I was like,
is he
so good?
Is he the best striker you've seen at Leeds?
Yeah.
Right away as well. Yeah. Is Yeboah the best striker you've ever seen at Leeds? For me, he is.
In that 6-month period, it was unreal.
Yeah.
Every week scored a brilliant and different types of goals. People only remember him twatting it off a crossbar, but there were headers, there were little dinked finishes. He did a bit of everything. It's a shame it didn't last.
Matt?
This is going to sound really wank and like I prepared it, but when I loved Eddie Lewis when I was younger. And I told you about it's when I used
absolute fucking sycophant.
Mate, it's true. Because I used to go to the club shop to get a shirt, and I'd say, and I always wanted number 9, and I'd say Lewis 9, and they'd say, no, he plays number 11. And I got so sick of it, I just go, just put 11 on there. And so now I'd always wear 11.
Stand up, turn round. There we go.
Eddie Lewis. There we go.
Yours is Brendan, Michael, is it?
Look, I feel sorry for Brendan. I do pick on him. I just wish he was a bit better. But there's nothing he can do, is there? He tries hard, bless him, and I thought he was all right today.
You do have it's not a mum, but you've got a very unhealthy relationship with his, is it his fiancée now?
Fiancée, yeah.
Because, of course, the invites have gone out for the wedding.
How old is she? I know you know.
What, sorry?
How old is she?
I don't know. The pair of them look about 12. I'm not...
Just concerned for you, Mike.
No, it's fine. It's fine with those two. But yeah, I think I just get a bit tired already just looking at their life. I think just the fact they can't go anywhere without a picture.
They're happy and young and in love.
Sickening, isn't it?
Yeah, awful,
disgusting, awful
business. Do we want to do? Should we do one more from the floor?
Yeah, one more.
Yeah, one more. Because I do have a pre-prepared question that we do need to finish on for momentum reasons. You'll understand.
Okay.
Hey, I'm Matt. I'm a math teacher, and my wife and I just came here on a whim. By the way, everybody's talking about being the, groups. We're not in we are the supporters group in Arkansas, by the way. So,
They're officially the only Leeds fans in Arkansas. We discovered when we were walking from the pub to the museum earlier on.
And you
just
drove
the two of them.
8 hours to be here today?
We drove 8 hours, and we're going to turn around and leave and go back right after this. Anyway, we love propaganda, and I just wanted to ask about kind of the evolution of the show. I was trying to explain to my wife, I'll just walk around the house saying Consuelo, and she has no idea. Just for no good reason. But can you talk about what goes into just sitting, listening to, where do you start? How long does it take? Kind of through that process.
Shall I do the origins and you do the method?
Okay.
I was going to say that the origins of it were because it's like all the shows we've done, like one has spun out of the other. Like, so the match ball, for example, started because we did the grief cast at the Derby playoff semi-final. It's like we were too wired to go home, weren't we? And I was working at the radio station in Leeds at the time. So we had access to a radio studio. I think I parked my car there, and me, you, and Moscow all went in one car, and we all just got back there and said, I don't want to go home and be on my own now. Should we just go do this? Because we expected to get to Wembley. Yeah, we expected it. So we went and did the grief cast, which if you've never heard it, it's kind of manic, kind of sad, kind of funny. It's still back there in the archive, just trying to process what had happened with the Derby playoff game. But that became the match ball, and Propaganda came from a similar spot, didn't it? I think we started listening to a couple of clips just on the main weekly show, and for whatever reason, it just went. I went, this works. Do you have the TV program Gogglebox in the States? Yeah. So yeah, and it's effectively. I realised after we'd done it that we're doing like the football fan equivalent of Goggleboxing.
And Propaganda as a concept originated in the fanzine, which started in 1989, where there'd be little clippings of other people's fanzines slagging off Leeds. I suppose it comes from an idea of, like, a lot of podcasts will have other fans on and they'll talk about the game that's to come or whatever. But because you're on the show together, it's all people being nice. Whereas, like, if you just go into their things and listen to what they're saying when they think no one's listening, you get a true opinion of their on Leeds there. Yeah. But then it's spun off, and you find people like the sweary Cardiff boy and Webby. Yeah, round of applause for him. I just love him as well because he's in a like. You'll find a lot of people, Arsenal fans mainly, doing this this whole thing in a really insincere way.
Can you do your Arsenal fans impression for me? Because people love that. I think all right, bruv, come on. Yeah.
Is you mad? Just lots of that stuff. It's too much. Whereas the Cardiff boy just yells like at stuff during the games.
It's honest, isn't it?
Yeah. And he's doing it all. He's doing it kind of all live. And he just says things like, "Why are you so shit?"
It holds a mirror up to you, doesn't it? And you realise, because I'm exactly the same inside Ellen Road. Like I am just the teenage boy again, going, I hate you all, fuck off. You know?
And clearly when goals are going in, you can hear it over the wave. It's like, yeah, fuck off, you fuck off now. It's just getting really giddy, and I'm like, yeah,
that's what we do still in our 40s.
Yeah. That's me. But you have to put it together. It does take quite a long time. I tend to. It's like a full day of prep, sometimes like a day and a half, 2 days, depending on how easy it is to find. And it just really involves listening to a lot of YouTube videos at double speed, trying to find bits that then be like, oh, that might be quite good. But yeah, again, bits of it do live in my head as well. Like, Ruben Amorim has turned this football club around. Yeah. Like that, every time I see a scum going behind, that just goes, oh, there it is.
It just stays with, we use like a cloud document, like we're using one now in Notion, and you can upload audio clips to it, can't you? And that just stays on there now.
Yeah.
The Ruben Amorim has turned this football club around.
And I say this stuff to people who aren't in football at all, and I don't understand why they're not laughing. Why don't they get the joke? But it's a very niche thing, isn't it?
Yeah. And one of the really interesting things about Propaganda is that we've realised that fans of other clubs start to listen to it as well. Not huge amounts, but very occasionally they'll reach out to us and you're like, it's not for you, but maybe it is. I don't know.
Whole fans, maybe.
He wants to be Leeds. He wants to be Leeds. That silly tiger, he wants to be Leeds.
You guys are quite pragmatic, usually. And you'd obviously got a ban on live streaming during the game.
Yeah, we say some terrible things.
Have you guys ever been propaganded yourselves, do you know, by rival clubs?
Oh, the Brentford one.
Yeah, they just didn't get what it was a joke.
Yeah.
Because the joke was that they're a League One team. But they were like, oh,
and still are.
And they're like, oh, that's just really disrespectful. So,
we are actually above them in the league.
Exactly, and that's the joke. Yes, well done for not getting it. Yeah, the joke is that we're shit, but we're calling you a League One team.
Yeah, we're getting relegated. You're doing well, but
we are poking fun at ourselves. But he picked it up and he started, because we propaganded him, and then he obviously heard it and then tried to do it back to us, just really shit.
Yeah, failed.
Yeah. But I sort of blocked them and refused to interact with them.
That's one
of the nice things is you can kind of poke the bear, but then lock the cage, can't you? Off you go. I don't give a shit. Say what you want. I'm going to ignore you or block you. Right, we'll wrap it up with one more question. And this is one that was sent in to us in advance. Question 15 on the sheet here. Michael, can we get one of your impressions? And in brackets it says, Robbie Savage. Can we do that? Maybe not. No, wait. Farke?
Done it,
yeah. Trump?
I can't do it, and it seems risky.
Yeah.
Dean does a very good Donald Trump.
Yeah. it's not. We want to make it out of the country like this is an open carry state. It's a red state, isn't it? So let's just realize, quit while you're ahead.
That's just how it's just easier, isn't it?
Yeah, so that's Robbie Savage. Who else have we not had for a while? Deitch.
Deitch, yeah. The thing is, Deitch doesn't sound anything like Sean Deitch, but I was doing a Sean Deitch impression before he was still at Burnley in the Championship, and I don't know. I feel like he's grown. He's got too big. He's become self-aware as Sean Deitch.
Right.
I liked him when he was just a gravelly,
like Skynet in
a gravelly grizzled Championship bastard.
Yeah. But yeah, can you then, we're going to close the show now. We're going to say thank you once again, all of you who listen, watch, pay to subscribe. We are genuinely, we're blown away by it, and the fact that this has become what it is. Finally, as a final act then to close the show, can you say thank you and end the show as Robbie Savage?
Yeah. Oh, thank you very much, everyone.
Right, time to go with Daniel Farke to Bourbon. Thank you, cheers.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. The Square Ball Podcast.
The Square Ball Podcast.